Okay, so again, we've already talked about the rules of multiplying monomials. So let's extend it to polynomials, and I'm going to teach you how to be so incredibly organized. So on your notes, the very box, so it talks about how we can use the distributive property. So we'll circle that part first. Again, we're going to use distributive property. And then circle this, because I'm going to teach you a vertical way to organize it. You just got to remind yourself of the rules. Okay, let's do that first example together. Negative 3x squared times all of this in the parentheses. Now, distributive property is that knocking on the door problem, and then he meets everything inside. So draw your arrows. Negative 3x squared gets multiplied to the 4x squared first, and then it gets multiplied to the positive 6x. How did I know it's positive 6x? And then it gets multiplied to the negative 8. Yes, good job, because it has the subtract sign in front of it. Okay, here's vertical up and down. We're going to be organized. So first start with this negative 3x squared. Write it down right underneath. So negative 3x squared is going to get multiplied by this one first, the 4x squared. And then just let's review those multiplying monomial rules. So start with your numbers. So negative 3 and the 4, what do we do with the negative 3 and the 4? We times them. So what is negative 3 times 4? Good job. So negative 12. Okay, be careful right here. This is x squared times x squared. Yes, good job. You add the exponents. So it's x to the 4. Okay, I'm going to change up the colors and let's do the next part. So now you go back to your negative 3x squared. Now that is getting multiplied to that positive 6x. Talk yourself through it. Before we talk ourselves through it, I really highly suggest putting the exponent on this bad boy. What's the exponent right there? Put the 1 on there. Okay, so now multiply these numbers. Negative 3 times 6. Nice. X squared times x to the first is going to be x3. Add those exponents. 2 plus 1 is 3. So we've got x3. All right, one more. So go back to your negative 3x squared. And now times it by that last one. Be very careful though. You got to remind yourself. It always brings along what's to the left. So that's times the negative 8. Well, this won't be too bad. Just be careful. Here's what's a negative times a negative. Positive, so 24 what? 24x squared. Okay, so now we've got a vertical version of our answer. Let's just write it horizontally because that's how we usually do it in mathematics. So put them together. Before we put them together, guys, can you combine this x to the 4th, x to the 3rd, and x squared? No, you can't. They all have different exponents. These are just going to be added together. So this plus this plus this. Legal. If they have different exponents on the variable, you can't combine them. They're not like terms. Sort final answer, we need a negative 12x to the 4th. What we just asked, we put in a certain order. Why don't we just leave it? It is in order. Do you agree with me? Yeah. Descending. So let's call it good. All right, and then it would be a minus 18x cubed. How can we put minus? Because it came out negative, right? And then plus 24x squared. How can we put the plus? Because it was positive. Good enough. Again, hopefully that's what we should put in order. I'm just going to call it good because it isn't a order. Descending is ascending. Do whatever is easiest for you. Okay. Guys, let's do the next one. But let's rewrite it horizontally and then do our vertical version. This next one, I think we have to twice. Yeah. Okay, so let's copy it down again right underneath. So that's negative 2, knocking on the door, means 4x squared plus 5x. And then separately, that's going to be a negative x times x squared, and then times 6x. Okay, guys, if you've got the organization, go ahead. I'm just going to talk myself through this. So first, I like to draw those arrows. So I remind myself that negative 2 meets the 4x squared, and then it meets the 5x. So down below, we've got negative 2 times that 4x squared. This one's kind of nice because all we have to do is that negative 2 times 4. Guys, what is negative 2 times 4? Nicely done. So negative 8x squared. And then we have back to that negative 2 because it still has to be the 5x. So negative 2 times the 5x. Not too bad, because what's negative 2 times 5? There you go, negative 10x. Okay, but we're not done with this problem, right? We have to do the same steps, but for this side. So that negative x meets the x squared. How come I'm calling it negative x and not just x? It's got that minus sign, right? And then separately, it's got to meet that 6x. So we've got negative x times the x squared. Again, Mr. B and I are begging you, put on that exponent right there. So negative x to the first times x to the second. What do we do with those exponents? We add them, right? So 1 plus 2, 3. So it'll be x to the 3, but there's another mental check. If you have a negative times a positive, it comes out as a negative. So that's going to be a negative x cubed. All right, and then back to your negative x. Negative x still has to meet that positive 6x. Again, put on those invisible ones on the variables. Add up the variables, 1 plus 1. We'll get x2, right? And then go back and check yourself. You've got a negative times a positive. It should come out as a negative. What do we do with that 6? Nice, nice. Keep it a negative 6. Okay, so we've got our we've got our vertical version. Let's put it horizontally and talk about it real quick. Give us some room. All right, so we've got negative 8x squared. We've got minus 10x. We have a minus x cubed. And we have a minus 6x squared. Okay, so did I get all that right? They were all negatives. Okay, I'm going to step back from it because I think there's something else we can do on this one. I see like terms in there. How come, Colton? Why are those like terms? Okay, Colton, notice this. These would be like terms because this has a 2 on the exponent and this has a 2 on the exponent. Do you see that? So let's put them together before we have a final answer. So this is negative 8x squared, keep going, minus 6x squared. Do you see that? So what's a negative 8 minus 6? Good job. So let's do our final answer. Negative 14x squared. Oh crap, this is back to Oakley's question. That's right in the middle, right? Should we do descending? Can I sneak in that negative x cubed first? Honestly, Oakley, I don't mind today because the directions say nothing about descending, ascending. So should we not worry about it? Let's just start in the middle. I'm okay with that. Alright, so negative 14x squared minus 10x. What else do I need? A minus x cubed. Final answer. Okay, how are you guys feeling? So after 2 examples, thumbs up, thumbs sideways, thumbs down. Sideways. Let's do some more examples together. Alright, what's the next one? Oh, I think I remember the next one. Can you handle the next one? That's 2 separate. So A's on the outside, so let's make sure it meets the 4A and the 3. So that'd be A times 4A. Don't forget your invisible exponents of 1. So final answer would be 4A to the what power? Yeah, good job. 4A squared. And then that next one is going to be, what, A times 3? Oh, so nice. Good shot out. What's A times 3? Nicely done. Okay, we've got our vertical version. Let's put it horizontally. Mental check. Are those like terms or not like terms? Not. They have different exponent values, right? So, Oakley, what do you want to write as your final? Perfect. 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 4A squared plus 3A. Good job. You okay with number 2, a negative on the outside? Okay, try to get ahead of me. I'll talk my way through it, but go ahead. Keep moving if you've got it. So this will be negative c times 11c, and then negative c times a positive 4. So negative c meets 11c. That's going to be a positive times a negative is a negative, right? So negative 11, put on the variables, 1, 1. So c to the what power? Good job, Max. C to the second power. All right, next we've got negative c times 4. Guys, shout out, what is negative c times 4? Stop, check yourself. Can we combine those two? They're not like terms, so let's just organize it horizontally. So final answer on this one is negative 11c squared minus 4c. Yes. So if you have negative 4c minus 11c squared, totally take that. Okay, can we get people up on the board? Come to the board. Ooh, a doozy. Jake, come on up.
Okay, so first you're going to do 2. This. m squared is four. And then we can go to 2m squared to 2m and 3m. Is equals 6, 5. Okay, so I put all of it together and you get 4 m to the 4 plus 6 m cubed minus 10 m.
Guys, how many of you got the same thing?